Here we go.
Is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.
What's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Glad you stopped by. And if you're brand new, welcome. Grab a seat, stay a while, but do me a couple favors first. Make sure you go down and hit that subscribe button. Go next door, ring that bell. Make sure it says all so you know when the next video pops up. Hit that like button, and before you head out, drop a comment. If you're of the over 700 regulars here, welcome back for another round. Asking you also hit that like button. Before you leave, drop a comment, because we know YouTube does love those comments. And of course, share this video out on all social media. Instagram, X, socials, down below in the description. Again, check out the link to that Joker Voice merch store if you'd like to support the channel in other ways. All right, so last week I went through the champions of the WWE from the women's rosters on Raw, Smackdown, and NXT. So it's only fair that we give the men the same type of attention. So, without any ado whatsoever, let's take a look at the champions, the WWE.
Here we go. Here we go.
So, I usually start with NXT, but I thought for this video, let's start with the main roster and the flagship show over on Monday night, Raw. Now, currently holding down the mid-card is the Intercontinental Champion, Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Now, we were supposed to get a title match this weekend at Night of Champions between Dominic and AJ Styles, but due to injury, the match for this weekend was canceled, and I'm sure we're going to get that a little bit down the road. Ultimately, though, I still feel that the ultimate challenge is going to come from none other than Cero Miedo Penta. That brings us to the World Heavyweight Champion, the Ring General, Gunther. With Gunther now back in his rightful place as champion, Rikishi, I'm sorry to say it, but it's true, challenges have begun to come forward. I don't think we expected the first challenge to be from Goldberg, but this is the challenge we're going to get. Now, we're going to be getting this at Saturday night's main event on July 12th from Atlanta, Georgia. But I'm not concerned with Goldberg, and neither should Gunther. In fact, the real threat dethroning the champion is Mr. Money in the Bank, Seth Rollins.
Obviously.
And staying with the main roster, let's shift over to Friday Night SmackDown. Start with the United States champion, the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu. Now, since winning the title at WrestleMania, Jacob hasn't had many opportunities to defend, as his storyline is really starting to take place with his inevitable babyface turn. This is finally starting to play out. Now he's in a proper feud, and it will close its first phase at Night of Champions when he drops the title, to his cousin, Solo Sikoa.
Well, that's interesting.
And when it comes to the 17-time WWE Champion, John Cena. His match this weekend at Night of Champions with CM Punk, it's just going to be a warm-up for his next challenger, who was also in a match that night as the King of the Ring Finals commences, and the 2025 King of the Ring winner, with all roads leading to SummerSlam, and John Cena dropping the WWE Championship to the former champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
I'm just saying.
And that brings us to NXT. And in a rare case, we have a WWE talent holding a non WWE title, as Trick Williams is the TNA World Champion. Now, his upcoming match versus Joe Hendry at Slammiversary, I believe, is going to be a triple threat match. I mean, Slammiversary is in New York City this year, and it only makes sense if Mike Santana closes out the show as your new TNA World Champion.
Duh.
So, when it comes to the current North American champion, Ethan Page, the speculation of a main roster call up seeming almost inevitable as maybe joining Seth Rollins' faction, dropping the title is going to be a necessary step. And my personal pick, the fan favorite, that bouncy boy, Javon Evans, is an appropriate new North American champion.
Yeah, I can see that.
But when it comes to Big Guy, the NXT champion, the ruler of NXT, Oba Femi, there's just no one currently on the roster that I view as a credible threat. I mean, at this point, you might as well just throw out the Night King from Game of Thrones, because that's what it's going to take, an army of the undead to pry that belt off of this champion.
That's a fact.
But this is how I see the current landscape of WWE champions. And I want to hear your thoughts. If you think I'm right, you think I'm wrong, and who do you think should be a champion, down below in the comments. And be sure, tune in next week, 6 p.m. Pacific, right here on this channel. And starting next week, we are on the road to SummerSlam. It's me and the guys talking about championships, Night of Champions aftermath, and a whole lot more. Talking about Wednesday night is overbooked. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, folks. Again, quick reminder before you head out the door, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, hey, thanks for sticking around this long. I appreciate it. I will see you folks all very soon. Hope you had a great week. Have a wonderful weekend ahead of you. Always have fun. Keep talking. Keep smiling. Until next time.